Frank, thanks so much for the time. How has fall camp been so far for the Wolfpack?
Oh, it's been beautiful, great weather. We're just doing our jobs, doing what we love.
Offensive lineman for Nevada, so this is your fourth year in the program, I guess. It seems like light at the end of the tunnel in terms of getting out there and being part of potentially the starting lineup. So just maybe how does your mindset change entering this year knowing you are really close to getting one of those starting jobs?
I mean, I took this winter as a challenge to lose weight and better my body. I talked to Wilson one-on-one, and, McClure coming in was huge. And they told me if I wanted it, it's all in my hands and I can grab it. So did what I could. I lost about 30 pounds, transferred it into muscle, and got my feet right and got the playbook, so I'm doing good right now.
Incredible. Tell us more about that offseason work and how you were able to shed 30 pounds. I mean, was it all diet? Was it just kind of really locking in all aspects?
Yeah, I was locking in, not many distractions. I went home for the little break we had and told my dad and my brother, and me and my brother just worked out every day, good, intense workouts, and just a diet, a lot of protein, a lot less carbs. Like McClure says, no white carbs.
What was kind of your watershed moment to, maybe being a little bit more focused into trying to get the best out of your ability?
I mean, like you said, I'm going in my fourth year, and I just want to do what I came here to do and help win football games. And with the COVID year, I got an extra year after this year. So if I can make a good impact 2 years in a row, I think that'll be very beneficial for the program and for myself.
You mentioned a couple times already the addition of Coach Angus McClure, who returns to that union room. What has his addition been like for you guys?
I mean, his addition's huge. Like, he knows the program well. He knows the coaching staff. He knows a lot of us. He recruited us out of high school. So, I mean, I'm glad to have my coach back. He's glad to be back, and he's just really good anchor. Everyone in the union room loves him when he's serious and loves him when he's joking. So he's got a good mix of both personalities.
During your tenure, there was also a head coaching change. So when you committed to Nevada, they were doing the air raid scheme. Obviously, that's pass heavy. It's a little bit different for an offensive lineman. I guess, how would you say the mindset has changed with Ken Wilson coming into this program and you guys wanting to run the ball a lot more than when you first committed here?
Yeah, I mean, Wilson and a lot of these coaches, they were here when the earlier years when we ran the ball in the union were the focus of the offense. So I think the mindset that we bring now is running the ball, and that's exactly what McClure wants. That's what Coach Sage wants. That's what Wilson wants. So if we can start with running, the pass game will open up a lot.
Having some of those longtime Wolfpack members back on the coaching staff, what can you say now about being a part of the union and kind of what that means to you?
I mean, it's felt like family ever since I got here in 2020 COVID year. All the older guys kind of show you the roots, and funny enough, Zach Welch was here when I first came here. He left, came back, so it's great to have another elder guy, a good veteran on the O-line to help me teach these new kids and kind of show them the way that we want the union to be ran.
Going back to your transformation and the hard work you put in this offseason, I guess, how is that manifesting out on the practice field? How do you feel maybe a little bit different, dropping that weight and maybe having a little bit more muscle mass?
Yeah, I feel like it's a lot easier, I'll tell you that. After practices, I'm not too gassed. I'm just kind of more healthy. That's the main thing, honestly, just health. But watching the film from last year to this year, it's a huge difference. I'm probably moving a good 5 miles an hour faster than I was last year, so that's huge.
Wow, I know Wolfpack fans love to hear that. I'm sure they're excited to see what 62 can do this year. What do you feel like the offense is capable of in 2023?
I think we have a good balanced offense. We brought in a lot of good running backs, a lot of good receivers, good quarterbacks, and it's kind of all form-fitting now. We got the union. The unions kind of stay the same. We've had time to build around each other, learn each other's ways, and that's kind of the focus of the group. So if our offensive line can stay close like that, we have the weapons offense on wideouts and running backs.
I mean, as we know, those guys don't shine unless the guys up front are doing their work and playing at a really high level. I mean, only 37 returning starts among those returning union players, so that's not a super high figure. Nobody more than 10 with Isaiah World in career starts. But what do you like most about this group of offensive linemen, and what's one reason maybe you guys think you'll be able to overachieve what we've seen the last couple of years?
I mean, the main thing I love about these guys in the O-line is how we can hang out on the football field, the locker room, the film room, outside of football, walking to class. Like, we all have a good bond no matter what background we came from. We got people from Hawaii now, all over the United States, really. And being able to just walk as a unit through campus or through the field, that's just kind of how we want to play our game on Saturdays.
And I know Coach Wilson has said he's seen more offensive linemen in the film study room during the offseason and things of that nature. Who's kind of leading the charge in terms of holding the union to a high standard among your teammates?
Right now, I think Andy and Zach, Andy really wanted this summer to work on film and stuff. So we were in there every day. And then Zach Welch, being the oldest, we call him Big Burly. So he's kind of just a big older man that kind of tells us what to do, and we listen. So he's got our respect for sure.
Sounds like a fun little group they got set up here in the Union. You're a Northern California kid, Frank. What's it been like to just plant some roots in Northern Nevada and, you know, continue to grow as a young person, obviously, and play some good football too?
I love it out here. I'm close enough to home where I can go, but I'm far enough to be in college. So, I mean, everything about this place is I love. That's why I've just kind of stayed in here, waited on my time, and everything they asked me to do this past year, I'm taking every chance I can do to make an impact on the field.
When you guys do hit the field, it's going to be new uniforms. You unveiled those earlier this offseason. So I guess, what was your impression when you saw those uniforms? What's your favorite thing about them?
I love, personally, the first thing that stuck out was the new white and gray helmets, or white and silver helmets, sorry. Those kind of I like that icy look. So I'm excited to bring those out.
Well, we're excited to see y'all bring out every uniform combo and show out on the field. Frank, anything you want to leave the people with before we let you go today?
No, just go Pack. Make sure you're watching against USC when we first come out. That's it.
That should be a doozy. He is Frank Poso, Wolfpack offensive lineman. Thanks for the time, man.
Thank you, guys.